It's the 20th of August in 2019. I've just moved to Old Portsmouth and I'm walking around the old town with another Icelandic woman who's telling me about the history of the place. She told me a rather unbelievable story about the Royal Garrison Church in Old Portsmouth and how it's connected to my old life back in Iceland. It's the 16th of June in 1545. Old Portsmouth is under attack by the French invaders. They stormed around the old town, robbing valuables and willing to fight everyone that was in their way. Locals described them as being violent and unstoppable. The Royal Garrison Church in Old Portsmouth was home to valuable stained glass, designed and handmade in England. The French knew how valuable this treasure was and how devastating it would be on the locals if the glass went missing. Without a second thought, the French took the glass-stained windows and pursued to ship it to France. It's the 18th of June in 1545. Vikings roaming the Atlantic Sea in search of opportunities. They had been sailing for months around Europe, hoping to find treasure. They happened to notice a ship sailing by far away and headed towards it. Maybe the ship had some food and supplies for them to claim. The Vikings invaded the ship and threatened the crew death if they would not hand over the food and treasures they had on board the ship. Terrified, the Frenchmen obeyed, knowing what reputation the Scandinavian Vikings had. The valuable stained glass was amongst the treasure the Vikings took. They had never seen anything like it. Colored glass, how could that be? The Vikings left the Frenchmen with nothing besides their life and a story to tell. The Vikings' journey led to the northern part of Iceland, where they celebrated being back. They sold all of the treasure upon their arrival because gold was the most valuable thing to them, and what were they supposed to do with colored glass? It's the 7th of July in 2005. Thor Odinson, the janitor in Akureyrarkirkja, or the Church of Akureyri, in northern part of Iceland, was doing his daily routine when he noticed a broken tile in the wall of the altar. The altar had remained without any renovation since the church was built in 1940. Thor proceeded to remove the broken tile from the wall underneath the altar glass and was surprised to find something tucked in behind the tile. It was a piece of paper and it looked old. Thor read what was written on the piece of paper and a look of astonishment appeared on his face. He whispered to himself, "Could it be?" and looked up at the stained glass above the altar. The lost glass had been found. It's now the 2nd of March in 2021. Akureyrarkirkja is actually the church I'm assigned to in Iceland, as Akureyri is my old hometown. I visited Akureyrarkirkja and gazed upon the beauty of the stained glass above the altar. Even though this story might be fictional, it's amazing how two completely different places can be connected through a small piece of architectural history.